a whole bunch of white people in the movie. Well, we're already stuck with this titled character who we casted, and now we're gonna see a villain. How about we change this race of a villain? Solution would be to have the Marvel Comics leader, as well as the Marvel Studios leader, Kevin Feige. He's the chief creative officer. Have him create villains right now, every major superhero. So that's Captain America, that's the Black Panther. Well, he's not, you don't need that. Iron Man, Spider Man, all of these guys. And every editor needs to create a villain for their white superhero so that in the future their movie won't have to do no race swap. They can just take an already existing character who exists, who has a history in comics of fighting their hero, who happens to be from an underrepresented ethnicity, or like who looks different. We know that the comic books and the movies have synergy. They're linked in the way that like Moon Knight and Ms. Marvel this week have a comic that just came out where they're teaming up together. It's almost as if the previous two Marvel television shows had something in common, and they were both like names in the in the it came out. They teamed up today. It took a long way for me to say that, but the solution is to go ahead and create characters who are from backgrounds that are not the traditional, more familiar whites, Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains. You should get characters who look different. That's not just skin color. That also has to do with the other word I'm looking for, ethnicity. That's the one. Okay? Okay. So there's a lot of places out there in the world to get your villains from. And if you're doing Spider-Man, sure, let's do somebody from Harlem and he's got dark skin. We can do that there. If we're doing Captain America, well, Captain America's he's an American hero, so let's maybe have a villain in Texas who is Latino descent, and that dark skinned Latino, not no light skinned Latino ones. They gotta look like colorism's a thing. When we're doing an Iron Man villain, shoot, Iron Man's probably got some villains in different countries in the world who are competing like these world powers. Give him a Chinese villain. We're looking at Hulk. I was gonna say something stupid. The opposite of green is what is the opposite of green? It would be red, right? On the color wheel. Yeah, you can't. You know what? But you feel me? Let's do that right now in comics, and then years later it'll be adapted. Ms. Marvel only existed in 2014, is when her comic came out. 8 years later, she's got a television show. So this solution that I'm proposing, no, it's not immediate, but it is a solution. And when that character that we just created in year 2022 is in a movie in 2030, won't we won't we be better off? You can see why I would tongue twister on that one. Won't we be better off that a character, original character who's always looked that way and always had that ethnicity, is now in a movie introduced to all these new people? Wouldn't that be better? Like an elevation of a character who's actually got dark skin, as opposed to what we got with Kingpin, which was he was black for a movie, yeah, dark skin, there it is, and then Kingpin's back to being white. So what did we really do long term at all? Did we make Kingpin more popular because he was in a movie? Yes. But is Kingpin always going to be a white guy? Yes. He'll return to being a white guy. It's not a permanent, staying, lasting, evergreen. It's not a substantial hashtag meaningful representation. I'll do another video on this, so stay tuned here on Chillmonger. Watch this video. No, not enough people watch this video here. Black Panther needs to be top 10, top 5, top 5. Watch this video here if you haven't already.